Hey there, Daily Dosers. When it comes to the topics of favorite books, I'm not sure where I stand. I mean, I showed off what I would call my top 3 favorites during our 51 Things in Our Room week, but choosing one of those is difficult because they're 3 very different types of books. Let's take a look at them then. Well, first up is Nerdfighter favorite and New York Times best-selling novel, The Fault in Our Stars. I'm rather certain everyone here has heard of it, so no real need to hit on the plot. But reading this book was a tremendous experience for me. It had wonderful and enjoyable characters, it had a plot that I didn't quite know what to expect, and an ending that is both bittersweet and delightfully lovely. Before it, I would have said that Paper Towns was my favorite John Green book, but this has surpassed that. Next up is David Kushner's The Masters of Doom. I use this as my go-to for when people usually ask me what my favorite book is. Now, the tagline claims how 2 guys created an empire and transformed pop culture. I find that particularly wordy, so I tend to skip it. It's the story of John Romero and John Carmack, the founders of id Software. Now, if you don't know who they are or what the heck id Software is, there's still a good possibility you've heard of their flagship products, the games Doom and Quake, which were the trendsetters of the first-person shooter genre. Now, I bring up the tagline here because the book deals with the creation of id and the lead-up to and through the releases of Doom and Quake. But that's not my favorite part of the story. The book really is about the relationship dynamic between the 2 Johns, Romero and Carmack. Kushner paints this interesting tale of 2 very different men working together at just the right time to create something revolutionary. And he just does it in this way that combines a fiction novel style with non-fiction information. And it's just a very unique book. Now, finally, and I won't stick on this one too long, is Chuck Klosterman's Sex, Drugs, and Cocoa Puffs, A Low Culture Manifesto. This is a book that I'm constantly recommending to people. In this book, Klosterman does a great job of analyzing pop culture, whether it's things like Saved by the Bell or The Sims, or even things that I don't care about, like basketball. He does it with a humorous and analytical tone that just draws me in. Also, if you get a chance to read it, about halfway through there's a 23-part questionnaire that he uses to judge whether or not he can truly love someone. It also happens to make a great party game. Now, I could go on about Harry Potter or Blood-Sucking Fiends by Christopher Moore, but these 3 books have just had a particular resonance with me, in a way that other books just don't. What makes them so good for me? I'm not sure, but I hope if I keep reading them that I'll find out. Let me know in comments what your favorite book is and what you think makes it so special to you. Maybe we'll figure this out together. But until the next nerd, DFTBA.